Hey guys, my name's Justin and welcome to Hellsborough, where we care about the design behind designer luxury. If you do too, make sure to subscribe. So for today's video, I figured since Valentine's Day is coming up, why not do a little battle royale of, what is it? Hold on. Heart bags. I love having to think about it every time. I've actually seen like a lot of heart bags come out, but also some that are just part of like the regular core staple of some brands, and I thought it'd be good to kind of pull them together and see, which one I thought was the strongest and the most interesting of them all. But something I want to do differently is because I know like if you have a partner who enjoys handbags, they like hearts, then, I thought I would share my opinion for each of the bags of like what kind of person would enjoy whichever bag I'm talking about. So I'll sprinkle that in a little bit. But then it still is going to be, Battle Royale, death to all of them except one. Only one survives. Ugh. But I didn't pick these because I thought these were some winners, some losers. I picked them because they're all interesting to me. So really quickly, if you're not familiar with a battle royale, it's kind of like a championship style, like tournament style competition where we pit 8 bags up against one another, 1 versus 1, until eventually we get down to like the final 2, talk about which one's the best, and then that's just the winner. Typically I focus on things like design, uniqueness, practicality even. We really like dig in. If there's any sort of history to the bags, I'll try to bring that in too. Looking at the bag in totality and seeing like which one, for me, the most worth it. So today's contestants are Alaïa's Le Cœur with chain, Simone Rocha's heart bag with pearl strap, Louis Vuitton's Pop My Heart pouch. Alright, Dior's Lady Dior heart. I think there's like more to that name, but it's fine. Paco Rabanne's Nano Hearts Sparkle Bag, Coperni's Heart Tote Bag, Vivienne Westwood's Ella Heart Mini Backpack, and Blumarine's Cutie Bag in Eco Fur. Alright, so round 1, let's dive in.
Round 1, match 1. Alaïa Le Cœur with chain versus Simone Rocha heart bag. Fight!
So the Le Cœur bag, did I just say like the heart bag? Because it's French, right? So then is le the in French? So I just said the heart bag. So wait, in France, do they say le cœur bag? Like the So this bag I would recommend to someone who has kind of a classic style. Maybe it's a bit understated, because when you look at this bag, it's a crossbody bag, but it is a very simple bag. It's basically a flat piece of leather, right? And then they make a cut, and then they join where that cut was made. So then it adds that volume to add to that heart shape. So it's not just like flat 2 pieces of leather. This chain, they say it's like a signature chain that's made comfortable with a little leather strap. I just think it's a really nice chain, honestly. Of course, when we're talking about getting in the bag, it is a dual zip. It has little like protectors on the inside sides of the bag so it doesn't open too much and all your junk falls out. And then for the Simone Rocha bag, I would recommend this bag to someone who, dresses like very femme, likes a lot of frills, volume, that kind of thing. So while it is very feminine, it still is very loud and has a lot of personality. Just looking at it, it has this kind of perspex construction. It's made out of plexiglass. It's plastic. But then it has this pearlescent finish on it, which definitely, when you look at the whole landscape of finishes on bags, it is a unique finish. I think I can only think of another brand that uses that kind of finish. And it comes with a wristlet for a little bit of versatility. When you look at these two bags, it's really interesting because in a way they're very similar. They're both crossbody bags, they're both heart shapes. But for me, I think like while I appreciate the understated construction of the Le Cœur bag from Alaïa, I do think that the heart bag from Simone Rocha that has like that pearlescent finish just adds something else. It feels very like emblematic of the Simone Rocha brand. Like it speaks to the brand without the branding, if that makes sense. I mean, if you take a look at like some of the other versions of the bags from years and years ago, they had this egg shape. But then having this like pearlescent finish for me, and maybe it was just like the circle that I ran with, it was kind of iconic. You know, it was this like daring kind of like way to finish off a bag. For me, I think that's why the Simone Rocha heart bag is gonna win this one.
Winner, Simone Rocha heart bag. Round 1, match 2. Louis Vuitton, Pop My Heart pouch versus Dior, Micro Lady Dior. Fight.
Every time it says pop my heart, I think pop my for the Louis Vuitton, pop my pouch. So the pop my heart pouch is very cute. This would really match with someone who's very cheerful, kind of like the cheerleader of the group, you know? Someone who, obviously, they would need to like pastels, like light pink, light purple, those are the 2 colors the bag comes in. But someone who's very like, I don't know, I don't know how to do that, I'm not cheery. And it's a tiny bag. I think when I like did the measurements, it basically is like this big. Like you can basically fit like your AirPod Pros, a lip gloss. I don't even know if it fits a card, honestly, you know. Try. You could try anything, you know. And one of the things I really like about this bag is that it's a leather bag, it's made of leather, but then it has a quilted embroidered like application to the calfskin. So it's not like the empreinte leather, it's not like the canvas where it's just prints or embossing. Like it actually has like embroidery to make that kind of quilted finish, and I think that's actually really cute. And for the Lady Dior, you know what's actually kind of interesting? Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But, well, okay, sorry, I'm getting very excited. I would recommend this to someone who likes to dress a little fancy, you know, like considers themselves classy. I mean, this is also the most expensive bag on this list. I think it's like $3,000 for this tiny bag. It's a micro, so the micro size is basically like that big. But I think what the most defining detail of this is the canage. So canage, kind of similar to the Pop My Heart. Nope. Oh yeah, Pop My Heart. I honestly thought I said besides just being like the regular bop, 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 canage, I don't know how, whatever, maybe I'll put an image or something. On the inside of that like little octagon it makes, there's a little heart. And I think that's actually really cute, it's very charming. And that's kind of why I think this really would make sense for someone who is a bit more, like, they like to express themselves as being more upscale or something like that. It has that very like, this is a classic bag with just the tiniest little twist. But I also wanted to point out that they're kind of similar in that respect where, you know, you're creating this kind of like puffy quilted effect using embroidery for these like very clearly like Valentine's Day themed bags. I do love the Lady Dior. I love the shape of it. My personal take on it though is if you're gonna have a tote bag, you should have it like a tote bag, you know, like so you can actually put stuff in it. Just because that's also the way that Princess Diana carried her bag. She liked a big tote bag, and so that's why I'm like a full supporter of a bigger bag when it comes to this kind of shape. Beyond that, I also think that there's just something to be said about like having a heart-shaped bag. Not just the detail of it, but like a heart-shaped bag being this big in a pastel color for Valentine's Day. There's just something very cute about that I can't deny. So that's why the Pop My Heart pouch wins this one.
Winner, Louis Vuitton, Pop My Heart pouch. Round 1, match 3. Paco Rabanne, Nano Heart Sparkle bag versus Coperni Heart Tote bag. Fight.
This Paco Rabanne bag, this is the it girl. This is for someone who likes to party. It has that glitz, it has that glamour. It is very cute, but it's also very small. I feel like a lot of these bags are very small, but I think that makes it kind of nice as a gift, because I think people maybe don't want to buy themselves these tiny bags all the time. So like giving it to someone who will appreciate it, but like wouldn't buy it for themselves. I think that's nice. You buy someone a gift that they wouldn't buy for themselves, right? But like I said, this is a tiny baby tote bag with a super long like crossbody strap. What I think is the most defining feature of this bag is that it is covered in these little paillette sequins. So when Paco Rabanne is mentioned when it comes to bags, or even clothing, at least I think more of like the chainmail type thing. But then there's a similar look to this where it's little plastic sequins, like paillette style sequins, like all across there. It kind of gives this kind of like armory feel, right? And then I would be remiss if I didn't mention the strap that's attached to this. I love this chain strap. This strap looks more like jewelry to me than an actual like chain strap. There's something very elegant, very sophisticated, while still being like, I don't know, fun. And then we have the Coperni heart tote. I would recommend this for a fashion girly in the non-gendered use of the word, who just has a lot of junk to carry, like a lot of stuff, like a lot of... So this bag is basically, it's just a flat leather tote. They describe it as having soft tactile leather. Basically like two heart shapes with the hole cut out for your shoulder or your hand. I guess I would say shoulder because it is such a big bag. It has a very obvious, clear, like heart shape to it, which I do think is nice. When looking at the two, I do think there's a time and place for either of them. One obviously is much more practical than the other, but then there's something about the design. For me, it's like the heart tote is just two pieces of leather slapped together. It's still beautiful, and I do like the bag, but there's something about this little ridiculous, like, what, can you even put a card holder in the Paco Rabanne bag? Like, come on, there's something great about that. That one has to win this round, I'm sorry.
Winner, Paco Rabanne Nano Heart Sparkle Bag. Round 1, Match 4, Vivienne Westwood Ella Heart Mini Bag versus Blumarine Cutie Bag. Fight!
Let's talk about the Ella Heart Mini Backpack. I think this would be great for someone who's like a little funky, a little punky, but still kind of cute. They enjoy their tartan plaids. Maybe they wear like black lipstick sometimes, but then they also do like maybe pigtails or pigtail braids or something like that. And then they wear like platform boots. This bag is actually vegan leather, also known as faux leather, also known as plastic. It has tiny, super thin straps for the backpack, but again, this bag is small, so it's not like you're gonna load it up with a bunch of stuff, so it shouldn't be uncomfortable. And for the cutie bag, I would recommend this one for someone who's like super into like Y2K trends, you know? I mean, if you look at Blumarine, they really like know how to do Y2K. I mean, they were there, you know? Like, don't recite the ancient scripts to me.
It was there when it was written.
That kind of vibe, you know? So if your significant other is really like all about like these baby tees and flared or like bootcut jeans or whatever it is people are wearing with the Y2K trend, this is the bag. So they call it eco fur, but again, it's plastic. It's this faux fur where it's just a top handle bag in the shape of a heart. It feels very Y2K with like the faux fur and this pastel pink. I think one thing that's nice about it is that it does have a zippered top, so it is very secure for being like a tiny little bag, right? And then comparing the two, I think they're like very similar in size. All these bags are very small, and they've all been kind of around the same size, so I guess that's not that weird. Anyways, we have this backpack. I do think it's cute that it is a backpack, because the idea of like having like a little black heart on the back, and then of course the Vivienne Westwood like logo orb thingy, I think that's super cute. But then there's something about this like Blumarine, like this is what like Lizzie McGuire's like little Bitmoji or whatever it's called would carry, with her little like platform like slides and her little crop top or whatever, and then she would just pop this one out and have a little like faux fur heart-shaped bag. I don't know. If we're gonna look at the bags and how much character they have, that's to me gonna be the defining decision, and definitely for me it's the Blumarine cutie bag that has a little bit more character, so that's the one that takes it.
Winner, Blumarine Cutie Bag.
Whew! Alright, round one's done. I think that took a little longer than normal because, you know, I'm trying to like connect with you. I'm trying to help you out. But now that we're done, I can like stop focusing on being friendly, and now we can get to fighting. So round 2.
Semi-final, Match 1, Simone Rocha Heart Bag versus Louis Vuitton Off My Heart Pouch. Fight!
So from a personal standpoint, this matchup is a little unfair. When it comes to the Louis Vuitton bag, I do love that little detail of the quilted embroidered leather. I think it's very cute. I think it makes sense for it to be on this very cute, cheerful bag to make it just a little bit more like puffy, more soft, more friendly. The Simone Rocha heart bag, it's a plastic bag. You're paying for like a molded plastic in the end. And we know that like plastic is plastic is plastic. That being said, when it comes to like the qualities of different types of plastics and like the construction using plastics, I do think there are some redeeming qualities when you're talking about plastic in its application of use. I know that's been like a huge topic of like quality of things, like when it came to like the diesel like skirt slash belt, but it had Velcro, but like, I mean, if you look at like the saddlebags of the past, I'm pretty sure like a lot of them used Velcro as closure, so this whole conversation, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm getting off topic. I love talking about things, in case you haven't noticed. Back to the bags. This finish is so good. I love the structure of the bag and how like it is a heart shape, but like the original one was an egg. I just love like the play on like transforming that shape from maybe something more like, I don't know, chickeny, whatever. It almost makes it a little more serious in a way, because the chicken egg is kind of silly, right? But then you have a heart, which is like a recognizable symbol. And then to add on top of that, having a pearl strap, it's just kind of like, you know, when you go to like a store, we see this a lot more when it comes to like fashion type places, but you go in and you like pick up a shirt and you're like, oh, that's cute, and you turn to the back and there's like a tattoo style like heart with a knife through it, and you're like, oh, okay. And it's like that over design is what's like killing a lot of like designs that are coming out of these places. I would say that this bag is over designed, but in like an amazing way. It kind of is like leveling up the fun, because it actually is a little bit more thoughtful. Like, you can see the relationship that it has. Oh my god, I think I'm just basically explaining why the Simone Rocha heart bag won.
Winner, Simone Rocha heart bag. Semi-final, match 2. Paco Rabanne Nano Heart Sparkle versus Blumarine Cutie bag. Fight.
And now this one is tough. I would say they both have like a very similar style, kind of like Y2K adjacent. The Blumarine bag is very Y2K, but then there's elements of the Paco Rabanne bag that maybe they aren't so directly Y2K, but they still give off that same kind of vibe. I will say for the Paco Rabanne, I already said it before, if we're talking about like a little tote bag, no, I'd rather see like a big tote bag. But I will say at least the Paco Rabanne Nano Sparkle Hearts, whatever it's called, has a crossbody strap. It makes it a little bit more wearable. Unlike the Blumarine just has that top handle. It's a little, I wouldn't call it annoying, because I know a lot of people love to just top handle carry their bags. It is not the move for me, because I'm very lazy. But you know, if it works for you, that's fine. But I prefer something that's going to be a little bit easier, so you can, you know, party or carry multiple things like your Starbucks, your phone, I don't know, a book. I don't read. I'm just kidding, I know how to though. And that's why like I think the Paco Rabanne's so nice. Like, you wear it as like a crossbody. You can even wear it as a shoulder strap, whatever. I can't tell you how much I love this chain. If you had just like the chain, you could wear it as a necklace. I do think that the Blumarine Cutie bag is maybe a little bit more niche, maybe less accessible than the Paco Rabanne one. The Paco Rabanne one, I could see a lot of people wearing it as like a party bag or something, you know, like, because it's not this like cuckoo crazy like Y2K aesthetic. I don't know if I've done this before in one of these, but I think because this bag makes more sense for more people while still being interesting, I think that's why I'm going to give it to the Paco Rabanne.
Winner, Paco Rabanne Nano Heart Sparkle bag.
Alright, second round done. I'm tired. Oh my god, this is really hard, you guys. We're having fun here. Alright, but you know what that means. Final round.
Final. Simone Rocha heart bag versus Paco Rabanne Nano Heart Sparkle bag. Fight.
So I'm gonna say something that might like make me sound like I'm crazy. Just hear me out, okay? I think these bags are actually very similar. Yeah, okay. I get it. They look very different, but conceptually they are very similar. They're both 100% plastic. like, of course there's like different materials for different parts and pieces of the bag, but these bags are, the composition that you see the most is plastic. They're both crossbody bags. They both have this kind of like loud / iridescent kind of finish to them, right? They both have like a bit of shine. And then lastly, like, can you carry anything in them? Are they cute? Yes. But okay, let's talk about their differences. Looking at the material, look at the material. The Simone Rocha bag is a hard material. It's this hard plastic, but then it has these very like soft, it's a lot of curves, even on the strap. While the Nano Heart Sparkle bag, it's a basic silhouette, but then it looks very hard because these paillettes, even though they're plastic, they look very metallic. They look sharp and, you know, stiff, but then the movement you get from them has, it's like a different kind of whimsical. We have to also look at the practicality. The fact that the top is open, I don't know. Maybe it's just me having like a lot of anxiety or something like that. But like just having an open top is like a little bit crazy to me. And the Simone Rocha bag, it actually has a closure. It has a clasp where it'll actually click, boom, it's closed. And then on top of that, it does have this little wristlet, so you can actually carry it as a clutch. So it can act a bit as a bit of a party bag. I actually love the idea of carrying that bag through the wristlet, no crossbody strap, but then you're just carrying the heart. And then the wristlet is just there in case you drop it accidentally. I think this is the part that's so challenging because While I do appreciate the practicality of the Simone Rocha bag, there's something about the look to the Nano Heart Sparkle bag. The chain is so beautiful. The heart paillettes are very cute, and just getting a little bit of movement from a bag, I think it can really elevate your look, right? Oh my god, this is hard. I don't know. You know what? We just have to call it. Even if a bag is like the most beautiful bag you've ever seen, but it's not going to fill the needs when it comes to security and being able to even like carry anything, and there's just like one way to carry it, are you even gonna wear it? I think that's it. The finish, the shape, the structure of that bag, the fact that it has a closure, and the fact that it has multiple ways you can carry it, that's it. It's the Simone Rocha heart bag with the pearl strap.
Champion, Simone Rocha heart bag.
Okay, we're done. Thank God that I don't have to make any more decisions today, because that was tough. Honestly, I was having a very difficult time making that decision because like both of these bags are beautiful to me. I almost think I like the look of the Paco Rabanne bag more, but I just know that like I gotta have a little bit of security, especially if I'm gonna like try to enjoy the night, you know what I mean? Were you surprised that one won? Did you think that there were any other heart bags that came out this year that should have been on the list and probably could have like won it? I can be wrong. I've been wrong before. But that is all I have for you today. So if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It lets me know that you like this kind of content and that you too care about the design behind designer luxury. Until next time. Wait, no, I winked with the wrong eye.